Hi everybody, a little while ago I put up a video about Formspring and expressed my wish for more people to ask me questions.
Who wouldn't want to open up their email and find out that there's people asking them questions from all over the world?
Apparently the word got out because I have had multiple questions per day, sometimes multiple questions per hour during peak periods, and it's been a lot of fun to answer 4 questions and then go do something else and then go back to the Formspring and see that there's like 4 more questions since the time that it took me to go from over here to over there. Some of the questions have been off the wall, some borderline abusive, but for the most part everybody's been asking some pretty good stuff. So to follow up from the last Formspring video that I did, I thought that I would come on today and answer a few more of your questions face to face and eye to eye in a way that I can't really get into when I'm typing something that I'm trying to make fit into a tweet. Okay.
What college you go to?
I didn't go to college, but I've had some great teachers. I feel very blessed to have been able to live that whole notion that when the teacher is ready, the student will appear. And yeah, I've learned a lot living by the philosophy that a job credit will go a lot further than a degree. Maybe I've been wrong in certain situations because the artist's life is hard and I don't recommend it to anybody who isn't ready for the challenges. But if you have it, if you're that kind of guy that you're not gonna get along in the real world anyway, then yeah, why bother with something that's supposed to be preparing you for that real world that you don't connect to and you're not gonna do well in? Makes sense? Yeah, moving right along.
Do you admire Hunter S Thompson?
Dr. Hunter S Thompson is one of my, I hesitate to call him a role model, even though I've got a lot out of reading his story and even though I've seen a lot of parallels. I think that there's a lot of great art that man produced. I think that it's very much a old dirty bastard type case in that there's also a lot of great work that we didn't get because of the commitment to mind alterance used recreationally, liberally as well.
Did anyone in your family die who you really loved? And how did you deal with it?
When I got this question, I have to admit that I didn't know if somebody was messing with me or if it was sincere, but since I always try to take people at their word and give people the benefit of the doubt, I'll take it as an honest question and share something very personal with you and apparently the whole internet. When I was 9 years old, my grandfather died, and days later, once the whole family was together and I was sleeping on my cousin Josh's floor in his bedroom, because we had to go to another town for the wake and the preparations for the funeral. I was asleep one night when I was visited by my grandfather in a dream. And what I recall is that it was the surroundings were the deepest black, just absolute absence of anything black, except for some light coming from above, perfectly illuminating my grandfather as he sat down, explained to me how it works, why dying is part of the cycle. A lot of what he said to me, of course, you know, you lose as you come back to waking, but like it stays with me on the abstract feeling level. But certain nuggets that I did manage to bring with me into waking consciousness are stuff like the death and rebirth cycle and the whole thing of that light is alive and there's an energy to it and we're made out of that energy. And I might be getting a little too esoteric for you right now, but suffice it to say how I dealt with it after an experience like that and how I've dealt with a couple of other deaths has been to remember what I learned there and remember that this is a grand journey that we're on, and this life that we're in right here is just one stop on a really, really long trip. And so it's just more fun and more exciting to be excited for the next leg of their trip, you know? It's like, have fun, I can't wait to see it myself. Send me a postcard if you get a minute.
Would you rather die living life to the fullest or live a long but safe life?
I don't think that needs to be an either-or proposition, but it reminds me of a time that I was out several months ago, maybe even last year. I was strolling along Yorkville, right? I think it was maybe Cumberland Street, one of those 2 streets in Yorkville in Toronto, which for people not from Toronto, picture like, you know, Beverly Hills, but it's like Toronto's Beverly Hills. So I'm strolling along in Yorkville, and I happen upon a mystic, a fortune teller, set up at a table at the side of the road. I sat down with this mystic, and I had her read my fortune. She read my palm, and she told me that I was going to live to be 92. And I said, 92? I was going for 100. And she chuckled and said, okay, 100. And believe it or not, that chuckle and that correction actually made me believe more that she was on the level.
Visiting Los Angeles anytime soon?
I sure hope so.
Visiting Montreal soon?
I sure hope so.
What do you think about me?
I think that you're a gorgeous creature, made out of stuff more beautiful than any poet has been able to express. And with more gifts and talents to share with the world than even you've been made aware of yet. All of the questions in this video are bona fide questions submitted by viewers just like you on my Formspring. The address is right here on your screen, and I really hope you'll ask me something. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumb up button and hit subscribe to get new video every single day. See you tomorrow.